Welcome back to Tweed Heads, everyone. Thank you all for your wonderful comments over the last couple of episodes. And I just want to say, Ian reminded me that I needed the stations. Thank you, Ian. I told you I'd put that as the first comment. Another shout out I want to just say is to Scar for all the amazing history that he's giving me in this Tweed area about like news clippings and events and what's actually going on in the world down here. I'm absolutely loving every bit of your information. Thank you so much. Keep it up. I do enjoy reading through it. And I do ask you questions back about certain stuff as well. Absolutely loving it. Thank you to Dave, who says 8 minutes in singing Highway to Hell springs to mind. And thank you to Gilby as well. Gilby also does some content on Transport Fever 2. If you want some more Transport Fever 2 content and you're looking for it, head on over to Gilby's channel and you can check him out too. As well as our great friend Stephen Spry, who's always doing amazing content as well. Okay, let's get on with the show because today's going to be a little bit of a fun one, a little bit different. We're going to just fix up a couple of things and change a few, not change too much with this line, but we are going to address a couple of commuter things, and we're going to be putting in our tram line with the ferry service that I did talk about. Why is that train reversing all the way down there and not turning around? We might have to fix that. Okay, I might have to fix that. But we're gonna do some detailing, starting off with, yes, Lily loves trains. You can see I've given her some detail in her little yard. I've gone through and cleaned up this track through here a little bit as well, and I'm gonna show you a bridge that we're gonna pop in the detail to this bridge. I'm not gonna subject you to the detailing of this bridge, but I'll show you where I started, then we'll pop it in, then we'll crack on with today's episode, and maybe a little bit more line detailing on this little branch line. That train, I'm gonna have to sort that out. Okay, should we crack on with the episode? 100% ham. Okay, first things first, this train line, what is going on with it? It knows, it's driving into there first. Let's send you back the other direction. Let's just speed up time here a little bit. It's okay because this train can pick up the heavy lifting between Tweed and Coolangatta and so forth until we get this thing turned around. Now, what I'm going to do... All right, let's have you go. All right, let's just see. You should back down there and then fix yourself, I would have thought. Let's have a look at what you do. You better not flip on your head. Otherwise, my reverse mod seems to have dipped out or something. Okay, that's good. Okay, that's good. That's what we want to happen. And then it should go back and it shouldn't do a... Why was it coming down backwards? Interesting. Let's just make sure it does its thing. And then when it gets off and running, so I'm going to have you there. When it gets off and running, we'll make sure we can hit you and go. Right, let's just double check this. We're losing money by doing this, but that's okay. We're making so much money by doing this. All right, come on. I think you're all good now. If you make that bend, which you are, we're all good to go. And I'll wait till you get up to the next stop because that's where you were before we send you back on your merry way. And brilliant. All right, off you go. Okay, all right. Train fixed. Yes. Good. Off you go, everyone, off you go. Now, let's have a look at around our towns here because we have a lot of packs on this line that want to get lifted and shifted too. But look over here at Tweed Heads. We've got a lot of people waiting for buses here and we only have 2 buses on the line. So let's manage our vehicles first and we're going to replace them with something a little bit more newer because it's the big bopper area. So this takes 9, this takes, it takes 8. Maybe we won't. Maybe we'll just duplicate them. And we'll put 6 buses on that because Tweed is becoming a big place and we've got a lot of people to lift and shift. And I'd rather be spending money on buses than I would be losing money on trains. Okay. Now, the other thing is okay, now we got that sorted. Brilliant. We'll look at that. How are the rest of our passenger areas looking? Not too bad. Not too bad. We just have a lot of people on deck ready to go. So we could actually increase the carriage sizes of our trains. Maybe even put another train on there. It might be the suggestion we do. We'll have a look at it later. How are we looking around town here? We've got 6 there. We've got 4 there. And we've got 37 here. And we've got what? 4 buses on this service. I think 4 would do it, but there still seems to be people waiting. But the buses aren't doing a bad job. They're doing a pretty good job. Maybe I'll just go 2 more buses on this line. Okay, I don't mind. It'll probably pick up and start building up pretty quick, this area. Right, okay, now, some of the detailing that I want to do. I'm going to finish off... We're going to finish off around here in Lily's and just clean up some of this work, especially these people here. Just this little junction here. We'll get it sort of fenced off and perimetered a little bit. I do want to do some more fencing down this line and get it perimetered where, because it's, you know, it's right in the middle of towns and stuff like that. And probably through here also. Can we go back to just play? And let's also... do that. And then I've been throwing my hat in the ring to fix this bridge. I hate this bridge. Not because it's viaduct or anything. I know I had a sook about the viaducts last time, but I just don't, for some reason, there's just something through here I'm not liking. I'm just not enjoying it. I think this doesn't help. So I'm going to make my own support bridge section made out of this old reddish brick. So I'm literally just going to pop that in now. And voila. So this is just a basic mock-up of putting this bridge together just to sort of dress it up a little bit, and there's a lot more I can do to this bridge, and we've timed it perfectly with our terrain. Your beauty. So yeah, we'll do some more of this kind of work, and I'll probably put a little bit more detail into it as we go, but that's both sides of it so far. And look, when buildings start to, you know, build around here and build up the area, and we put some more detail along the lines and so forth, it's really going to make a difference, I feel. It just already instantly looks better. It looks solid. It looks old. It looks just, I don't know. It's not brilliant. It's not perfect by any means, but it's a start, you know. And just by texturing stuff, I could probably put some different texture stuff on here as well to just dress it up a bit more. But this old brick look I wanted to really go for. We can put some... maybe some billboards. Do I have the billboards yet? I've started putting in some mods. A lot of ingos for that. I think I've got billboards in here somewhere. I don't have all the billboards that I really want. Do I? No. If we go all and I go billboards. Oh yeah, here we go. Oh, they're modern billboards and posters though. And I don't think they work anymore, do they? No. They're not working with it anymore. So I'll have to find some more. I'll get some more. If you got some billboard suggestions, I've already got a few that I've got, but love to hear your thoughts, and we can, you know, put little old posters on it and stuff, which might look pretty cool. All right, down near Lily's and Lily's extended family that live in the train junction. Let's go and have a look at that now. So we saw Lily's. I've given Lily a little bit of a driveway in here as well. She must be at home at the moment. And her little extended family out the back here, just to start dressing this up. And we'll probably put some more rail stuff around here and potentially up through here, and I'll probably retain this road as well. That looks horrible. And then we've also got to fix this so the train looks like it comes into a building that's covered. Have we got anything at the moment that I could use for that? Let's have a look. Probably not, unless I use some factory stuff, and I don't think there's really anything here that I could use. This is forest goods, by the way. But, you know, we could put the buildings here. Oh, well, hang on. Did I put... you know, we got switch buildings here and stuff as well. So that could, like, live there. That's a good spot for that for the moment. And we can go back and address a few other things later. I'd love this one to be, like, down here as well. That. All right. And we can do some more decoration stuff with that as well. What else do we have? We got lots of stuff we can put in down here, don't we? But mainly, oh, we got the coal tipper. I swear I had. That's the airport stuff. Maybe I didn't put it in yet. Maybe I've only just because I've only just started looking at what detailing stuff I want to chuck in here. But I realistically wanted some like sheds and stuff. That's a silver mine. We don't want that. Some older buildings is all I'm after, you know, stuff like this. Down here to sort of just denote, hey, this is the train area, so back out. Actually, at the back here, what I will probably do is something like this. And I know this is stuff that I really enjoy, is the detailing aspect of it. If we just do like that, something like that. I quite often do little things like this around the place. I don't know how realistic or whatever it is, but I would assume there'd be some kind of like a sand mound here just in case it pushes through and you need to stop the train suddenly. Terrain, give me a little bit more terrain lifting there, like that. Yeah, maybe a little large, but if we just smooth it down, I'll take the strength right down. Too much. Something like that, right? And then what we'll do, we'll get our, I've got this lovely, these are like, I say it all the time, these are like some of my favorite mods in the game. This wall sits here, and I quite often use them, and we'll use them again, right? So we'll put that there. This little person's house is going to be built right on this, you know, they got cheap property building here, okay? They didn't spend much on this property because if there's a derailment, the train's coming right through your front door into your living room, or you're probably watching your favorite program. So we're going to go ahead and pop that there. We'll go down to the 10s here, and we'll put this in here. This is basically, I'm just putting in some kind of retaining system to hold this sand embankment sort of section in here, and I'll probably have to use a fiver. Give us a fiver. Where? Fiver's probably not big enough. Give us the tenner. The 10 tenors? Yes, the 10 tenors of coming. They're singing, and they're going to use their singing to stop the train in a derailment. Well done. That means I'll fix this one up here too. Right, and then we can dress something on top of it, but it just gives a little bit of like, hey, civilians, watch out in this area. Stay away. This is part of train. This is train business, this area, right? We just do something like that, and then we get our little paintbrush. I don't know if I have. I've started putting like stuff like this in, right? So we get some like wildflowers growing in the areas and stuff like this, right? It just adds to the texture and to place rather than just standard grass. Steven's done a really good job at painting in the different textures around the map, and it's up to us to really take what he's done and lift it. You know, he can't be expected to do everything for us. He puts in a lot of time and effort into his maps. I think this is all I've got, some gravel at the moment. I'll have to get some sand in here. So for the moment, just so you can get a sense of what I'm doing, we'll just put a heap of gravel in and around here, right? And eventually I'll make sure that looks like sand. Now there's not a lot of runoff here. I'm well aware of that too. Not a great deal of runoff, but we'll do that. I swear I put rail buildings in here. You know? I swear I put them in. What I might do, this is maybe like, no, I want more train buildings. Let's just have a look here, because I swear I put them in, but if I didn't, I'll get them for another time, and there's some great ones that I've got ready to go, and they're just track assets where you can put more of this stuff down here, right? Let's put this building each side. These are switch buildings, by the way. So we'll just put those either side, and it just, look, you can even like chuck more buckets on them. I don't know how many buckets of water you need down here, but whatever. We'll do that. And you know, just something like that. And then what we'd have to do is probably run a fence down here, and it just sort of pretties up the place a little bit too. What kind of fence do you think we'd run down here? It wouldn't be, for this time and era, it wouldn't be anything great. It'd probably just, you know, slap something like this down here. Let's just go ahead and do that. I'm going to turn off adjust height. Don't like that height thing. This person's fence is encroaching on our train area, but whatever. I'm gonna just take you, and we'll do more of this stuff on the live streams. Finish, grab that. we'll go from here again. Oh, here comes the train now. Good timing. And we'll just do something like that. And then take it back the other way, right? Just to say, hey, this is our area. I might even give this whole area in here to the actual train office. So we could even do something like this, right? Instead of having a nice park, it can belong to the Rail Corporation. You mean yours? Yeah. I've now claimed this land. And we'll do something like this, and it gives their backyard, it starts to give them sort of backyards, right, as we go. And the other thing is, what we might be able to do in here is put some more buildings and potentially put some more track in here to make it look better. Why don't we do that now, just to have a look at it? So we could, can you peel off from that? Yeah, you can. Do I want to peel off from that from here? No, I'm going to do this. All right, we're going to do this. Okay. I'll leave some space back here for some more buildings. It doesn't need to be anything crazy down here. It just, we can do something like that, you know. That's all I'm thinking. You could just switch those and switch those, and it just gives a little bit more reason as to why we've got this down here. And it'll get tucked in by buildings and so forth when we have it all sorted. I might even claim a little bit more land in here, you know, for the time being. And paint wise, what I'll do is I'll gravel this area. So we'll get there's a good graveling. A good graveling is there. There's a good gravel tool in here. I'll just have a look at it. Here we go. I want this one. I want that one. Do you remember last time how you had to apologize to everyone for doing really bad accents? Yeah, sorry everyone. Now the cool thing about gravel, right, is grass will eventually make its way through gravel again. So I like to work on the operation of grass still poking or trying to make its way through gravel in certain areas. Now, I'm not totally happy with that gravel. I'm also not totally happy with... I want to get some leveling through here, because you would expect they would grade, or grate. They would grade the yard to make it a little more serviceable for vehicles, because we might put some vehicles down in here as well. Emergency vehicles, trucks, trucks owned by the train yard, all sorts of jazz we can get in here eventually. Now, what was I thinking of? Yeah, I was just going to get the other graveling texture, really dull down the strength. It's a little bright for my liking, maybe. However, not completely. I don't know how much I like that. I think I'd prefer like maybe this as we sprinkle that through, right? Something like that. We can come back to it and work on it later. It just looks patchy and silly now like that, doesn't it? You'd be better off doing that. Rid of the patchiness. Something like that. But I want to leave some grass texture in there. Wobbling the whole desk. Alright, that'll do. And we got a bit of a yard there. Okay, sweet. So that just looks a little better, I think, and we'd also have to fence off this back area, but we can come and do that a little bit later. For the time being, that's some of the detail. I want to get this whole train yard. I've started doing some areas where I was like testing different lengths for doing cut grass. So we could have manicured lawns in sections around this train station, but we'll come back and fix some of that later. And I've been going through just periodically just cleaning up some of the track because I noticed some dips, bobs, weaves, and other horrible stuff. Right. We said we're going to chuck a tram down in here too, didn't we? So let's work on that now. It's going to be fairly simple. We just want to get a tram from yonder to Heather and get a ferry from Heather to yonder. Old Heather and Yonder are hanging out today a lot. So, how do we want to do this? Well, I think because Benora Point has a very unique way of working here, we can probably send a nice tram around the place. And we're going to need electrification. And this is a large country road, isn't it? Take me home, large country road. Now I want a tram track electrification, yes, and we're gonna go bang. It doesn't matter that it's dirt, we'll eventually upgrade them. It's fine for today, I think, like that. Pretty simple, straight up here. We're going up here. Up here. For a minute there, I thought we were doing that wrong. And then we're switching to town road, large town. Now, in here, we're going to split. We're going to turn right and head up here and across. Unless we come straight up the guts of town and we make people walk to the tram station just to get out of here. Or should the tram station come down to the wharf and do it down here? That's a good point. Yes. All right, so let's say a tram. I'm going to put the tram tracks down the main road anyway, because I just think trams down the main road would be so fun. But they will come back down that way. Right. Then we're going to switch to, I think we're using this road here. So we're going to switch to that. And we're going to just come around this way. We'll take a turn here, take a turn. Although we should have come around that way. So we will. We'll come this way. Come on, autosave. I mean, thanks, autosave. All right, there. There. I don't care that we're making this proper road. And we'll swing back up that way. But we are going to deviate around town here and just put a couple of stops, right? Because, hey, trams are fun, right? And I never put enough of them in, I don't think. And we'll just join back up at that junction. That's going to make that junction really busy, Ham. So he does it. So he does it anyway. Okay. And then at this end, we're coming back up here. What are you going to do? Well, it's quite simple, you see. Oh, okay. Please enlighten me. I'm going to put a tram stop on this side. How are you? For all our workers. Yeah, I'm going to do it like this, right? That seems fine there. I'm going to do a little bit of an adjustment here for us. Right, so what we're going to do here, I'm going to put a road out there as well. Roadhouse. I just think we might extend you a little bit further, give us a fair bit of turnaround. And I don't need that. I don't need that, so I'll get rid of that. But I would like to put in a building. Yes, like that. Exactly, brilliant. Can you get a little ticket booth there, please, and one there, just to make that look a little bit more, a little better. And look at that. That gives us a great opportunity to retain this and wall that along this road. And I think using our brick is the best way to do it. Like using a nice brick here. We'll use the reddish bricks. Give me the 10 meter. Size is wrong. That size should be that. That's better. I was like, there's something wrong with this picture. And now I know this road's going to be upgraded eventually, but for today I think we want to still make things look quite good, don't we, along here for our new tram station as we roll into the station. So we're just going to do that. And that. I've always said it, and I'll say it once again. Using brick, you don't have to be too precious with brick, because when you look at a brick wall, especially an old brick wall, very rarely are they perfect. They're quite rough. The grouting is rough. The bricks are rough. Yeah, they might be straight walls and stuff, but you know the joins are rough. So you don't have to be too precious, and you might lose a bit of character by making it too perfect. All right, so just be aware of that. Don't worry about the fact that it's not capping well on top. That might be a little bit miss height or whatever. You can see my joins are not perfect there. I'm more concerned about the actual joins in the walls. Yeah, that already looks instantly better. Then I'm going to go to my fences thing here, my fences mod. I'm going to get this rough garden edge here. I'm going to do something like, no, I'm not. I'm going to try that again, except I'm going to go from here all the way along the back here. Right, and then we're going to, oh, I don't have the tree mods in Ingos, do I? No, I've only got rocks, and I don't want rocks. I might wait till I get my tree mod to finish out some more of that, but you get the point, right? All of a sudden this road, which will eventually probably have something along it, or we can do a lot of design on here, because I think this might be player owned potentially. I can't remember. It's instantly giving it character, and you can see there with some retaining walls. It's just what you want to do, and we'll probably extend the retaining walls up here, will we? Give it a go. Give it a go. I'll leave a little bit of room for garden bed next to the pathway along here too. And then what we'll do in this corner is we'll just fill it with plant life and fill it out so you won't even notice it really. Something like that. And then you can bring the retaining wall right up to here, and it becomes part of the tram gateway when we get the gateway in here rolling. Okay, so just do something like that, and then we can, yeah, probably put something on this side once we line these up. But we might do more of this in the live streams. I just want to show you today and start to get some detail on the mouth. And start, look, we can even retain this bit here, and we can get a really nice entranceway into this industrial park that we've got up here. All right, let's crack on, because what we're doing now is we're continuing our little street connection here. Streets Cornetto. I'm a bit unwell at the moment, so you'll just have to excuse me if I sound... Seriously, game? Okay, well, we're doing that now. I was going to put a nice bend in there. I was actually going to put a nice bend in that. It's kind of just stuffed me. Okay, go back to my updates here, because while we have that stop there, we're going to make a turn up here, coming back from the other direction, up this way. Actually, you know what? We might just go with coming straight down this main road here. I like it. We'll just make that the main section here. Right, back around, back around, back around. And connection, right? So that should be all connected. So let's put some stops in and just see how we go in terms of connection. So we'll have a stop here. We kind of only need one stop in town, don't we, over here? What if we just have a stop here and we'll put a stop down this end? And you stop there, and then that'll be fine. Down here, different story. We're going to stop here. We're going to stop here. Then we're going to have our port, our little ferry terminal just here. I wonder if it'll be fun to send the ferries up that way, and then bring them back around this way as a little boat trip. You know, we might do that using the waypoint system. So I'll put you there for the moment. And you're going to come back up. You're going to make a turn down this street here. You're going to get more coverage on that one. Then you're going to stop here. And then there might be some people that miss out downtown here, yeah? Nope. Nope, we got it all covered. That's all we're going to do. In fact, I might just scoot you over ever so slightly. There. So if we look at you connect that, you connect that. Yeah, that's good. We got some good coverage here of pretty much all of it. Yeah, we do. We've covered most of that, so that's great. Okay, let's get a line in. Ooh, it's exciting, isn't it? Tram lines? Oh, yes. Now, I was going to run steam. I was really going to run the steam, but the trams that are electrified have a longer... they have more capacity and they go quicker. So I think that's what we need to focus on, really. We're coming down to the waterfront. This might encourage some growth down this way as well. You're going to there, then you're going to there. Okay, then you're coming back up here. Down there. Oh, look at that. Except, I'm going to put a waypoint here and say, hey, game, you got to go this way. So after Richmond Road, which is here, we're going to add that waypoint. Yes, better. Except, can we make you stop when you come into Benora Point Central? Can you come in on one? Yeah, that's great. That's great. Go and buy your tickets and wait for the tram. Right, lovely. Who doesn't love a good tram system? And I would say this is... Oh, hang on. How about... That would have stumped me. I would have been like, why is my tram system not working? All right, because that's always the thing with trams is I always have an issue with forgetting that I've missed a piece or I not forget, I just do miss a piece and I'm like, why can't I figure this out? Why does my brain not have brain power today? Okay, that's pretty good. Let's say that the trams come out of this little industrial park down here. Or they could come from behind the machine's workshop. This could be a great complex, like for a tram complex down here for a big tram business. And I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to make them come up this way. All right, so to do this, I'm going to draw in my own little tram complex. I quite often, I like building little tram depots, tram yards and so forth. And we're going to do it with a nice curve like this. Right, something like that. That's crook, ham. Right, that was crook. So the way to get that is to bring a nice straight line out like that. And then you can get a... Oh, that line there is... Oh, is it? I don't know. I don't think it needs to be too perfect, ham. You just need to get it in nice and square-ish. Something like that. No, I hate every inch of that. Do it better. Right, so I think that road there threw me off. So bring you out straight. Then bring you straight. Oh, I see what's going on here. We'll make it like that. Make that straight right there, right? Then we can go and take you out like that. I don't know what you're thinking, like, what is he doing? I'm gonna have that is going to be our tram yard. Can I just get some terrain flattening here? I know I'm probably spending too much on this tram yard. It'll all make sense later when we actually put in the proper tram yard. And you know, like I like to use these fences here. These ones here are brilliant for making it look like old sort of yards. Actually, we will come along there actually like that. And then we'll switch to the iron gate ones here so you can... do I want to? No, I want that one, thanks. I want a little bit of a brick footing. And then we're going back to this one. Right. Let me know if you like seeing some of this stuff. Like it's just different, right? It's not like, it's just not the same. Pump in a line, do this, do that. Like at least we're trying to do some stuff here. It's a little different, you know. Finish that. Probably didn't need to put a line in. I probably could have just had it the way it was. Yeah, I think we'll just leave that like that for the moment, you know. You'll get the sense of what we're doing here. So actually, why don't you just try it? I mean, it's not brilliant, but it's a thing. Just go section by section. Sounds like the name of like a boy band or something. Welcome back onto stage, section by section. I don't know. Yeah. I'll just stop that now. Right, down there. All right, then you get the idea, right? We get ourselves a nice yard for trams. In fact, well, no, we don't have the pay. We're going to have to use the town road for it. Then we... hopefully no one decides to build down in here. It's a fair way out, so I think it should be right. Let's go ahead and paint. We'll use this gravel. We'll turn the strength up to 1,000,000. And I'm just going to paint it all in. And what in the tram depot, we're going to have pits where the trams will be up over pits getting worked on. We'll have a fleet of trams like lined up in here, like ready to go out. We'll have workshops and buildings and like an office and car parks for staff and stuff like that. But for today, and for those that have been around for a while, you know what I'm saying. You know what I mean. For today, I might even get a better tram building. We're gonna do. It says collision, but I've got the build anywhere tool on now. So stuff you collision. You know, that's how I feel. Stuff you collision. Also, we can take that terrain down a little bit, but we'll worry about that another time. Cool. That doesn't need to be trammed down there. No, that yeah, you don't need to be trammed down there. I kind of want to make my trams roll out that gate too. So I'm going to force them to say, hey, you only come out of the shed that way. Yeah. And you have to go around. And in fact, for today, I'm going to even force it. Why do I keep clicking on the detail? I'm going to force it to go around the big loop too. Ooh, look at you doing things. I know I'm doing things. Also, we didn't name our tram line. So we're going to say, hey, you're going to be called the Tweed Heads South to BP Tram Link. Okay, the tram link. Sure, that's a term used back then, wasn't it? Sure wasn't. Do you realize how much time has already passed in this episode? Too much, a little too much for my liking. Right, let's do something fun in here. By fun, do you mean, I just mean fun. Where is our, ooh, we're on that angle. Okay. See what I just did there? Sorry. Oh no, I've completely botched it. I've absolutely botched it. You know what? I'm gonna put some reeds in there. I don't know what texture. I don't know what amazing texture. Mr. Spry, you use that. There we go. We'll just pop that in there. Anyone else see what I just did there? Oh, you twit. That's the angle that's the angle of the grid of the map. Not quite in line with that road. That's okay. Right. Are you going to Ham? Yes, Ham. Are you going to put wharf mods in and like port mods in and stuff? Yes, you know we are. You know I like to do that. Indeedly doobly. That's really... That road up there is really high. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna put you out over here actually. We're gonna bring the road down to it, and we'll do something fun here. We'll put in some jetties. I don't think I do. No. Right. So what we can do. I'll just damn hold the C key in to do this. Is ruining my day. You know what I am gonna do? Oh, please enlighten me. We're gonna do this. You're enlightening me. We might put a marina down here eventually too, yeah? Sure. Sure, that's a thing. It is a thing. I've done it before. For those that haven't seen, I flashed it up last time. I'm not going to flash it up again. Docks outside of navigable waters. Not there, it ain't. That's might tie in. Oh, you know this road here gives like how the workers get down to the docks. Is drive down here. Let's get some leveling. We want to make the place look good, don't we? Stuff time, like stuff how long the episode goes for. Make it look good. You're the boss. I am the boss. Right, little work yard for the shipyard builders down here. Out besides the factories and such. So they'll have some retaining we'll retain up that bank there for them. They'll have their own fenced area around here. And all of a sudden, we're getting a grand little industrial park down here then also. And I'm all about that. How much bigger do you need this place to be? Well, what I want is I probably want to put some ships up on some areas in here. Maybe a little dry dock section in here. You know, potentially like this where we can work on a couple of little boats or ships and such, right? Nothing crazy, but, you know, it'll be something. You know, just get rid of those for me. Right. So you can bring that road in. Actually, what I'll do is I'll bring that road to there. I will bring that road to there. Do that. Okay. We'll just take you down here because we'll probably put like a little car park section in here. Have a little like dry dock section potentially where we can retain it all. Do you want to show people what you mean other than just say we probably will? Yeah, but we'll do this mostly on the live stream. You know? I don't want to spend the whole episode just pumping in this stuff only to pull it out and redo it on the live stream. But look, if you want to see what I mean like this, right? So we'll just punch that in. Oh, I really didn't level. I didn't make that. I didn't do a good job there, did I? Something like that. You could use the tenor. The 10 tenors? You've used that joke and it didn't go down well. But, yeah. So we see here, right? Bada bing, bada boom. Like Gilby said out to me in the last comments, yada, yada, yada. We can't stop yada yadaing on the channel lately, and I blame Big A for that. If you want to check out some cool farming sim stuff, Big A's also delving into the variety streaming content. But like that, right? Have you got any ships you can chuck in there? Like decorative ones? I think there was... Did I see something before down here? That's a train. That is a train. I did see something I had here. Ooh. Look at these. So easily... Oh, this is the stuff that I wanted down. This is like... This is cool stuff that I want to be putting in down here, right? Don't get carried away with it today. Get the friggin' other thing in down here. Get the friggin' other thing in down here. Yep. You've got a bus stop just here. Huh. Huh. Okay. Well, how you gonna do this? I think for today we'll just attach it, yeah, for today. The bus stop's just there. People can walk down to the boat if they want. Just for today. You sure? Not really. It'd be better if it was like there, wouldn't it? You just spin it a little. I'd prefer it to be like more like that, I think. Cost of a building? At the cost of a building. Right, that gives us connection. That gives the buses a thing. There's a bus that drives right past there. Just slap another little bus stop there. Just do it. I will. I'll do it. How the people got to walk down there? I'll build retaining walls and I'll put in a stair system. And we'll do that together. I won't do that today. We'll do that on live stream. Please, someone, when we do the live stream, remind me to do the stair system. Or we actually might build this out a little better in here, to be fair to the residents and to the look and to the design of it, because it's just plonked in at the moment. It's horrible, but anything to just get it going today, I think. That's the assets here. God, I'm hopeless with the button pressing today. Oh, that's a little bit... That embankment there is not... Oh, that's... Actually, that's pretty unsafe. Whatever. Don't look at it too closely. Take this, that, and after South Street, can you go to here? Cool. I know that stops just there. Why don't you stop? Why don't you move this South Street one? Why don't you move South Street to... You come... down here. So, did not mean to put that in there. So, manage the line. After the Green Street. Is that right? Yeah, after Green Street, you want to add this one? Yeah, sure. You do a little loop back on yourself. Does that matter? Nope. What if you... no. Okay. All right, whatever. Fix it later. Don't worry about it today. It's the thing. All right, get rid of this bus stop then. No longer do those people ride there. And the line... Yeah, that's better. Okay, sweet. That gives us reason for that. Let's go ahead with our ships here. Oh, are we going to... do we have navigatable water there? Yep. So waypoints, please. Let's go with... we'll go out of town. This way. We'll head around this way. And this way. We'll head this way. Why do you say it like that? Because it's this way. And then we get a nice little ship ride, right? Let's see how that works. We'll keep our navigatable waters section. We'll go new line. We will name it now. Color it now. Name it now. This is going to be Tweed Heads to Tweed Heads South. Pax Cruise. Pax Cruise. Really? No, it's a ferry though, isn't it? Whatever. Do you think of a better name? Let me know. Do you want to go back in and put the line in? Yeah, I do. So let's add you. Let's tell you to go through there. Then we'll tell you to go through there. We'll tell you to drop off there. Oh, and we don't even need to tell you to go through that waypoint. So I'm going to say, boom, shakalaka. So that line is nice. Yeah, no, and it might take longer for the boats to get around, but I think that's kind of cool. You would expect tides this way, pulls, eddies, currents, whatever you want to say. So it just makes sense for the boats to go this way, and then they don't crash into each other, and we don't get that horribleness that we get. Right. Let's put a ship on it, a passenger ship. Now, we're not going to be able to put that on, I don't think, so I'm not going to put it on. The riggies are going to be the best option, I think, off the bat. So just give me one. Set you on T8, the pack screws, right? All right, so you're on there. Let's get things rolling too. We've been paused for way too long, and we're not making time go. Let's go double time. Let's get our trams now. This is going to be the interesting one. Like, how many trams we're going to be putting on? So we're putting on the CE22. I'm not going to say what I was going to say. I'm going to buy 4 of these to start with, and I'm going to get you guys on that. Oh, I knew it. I absolutely knew it. Okay, where do we go wrong? You can come out of here. Oh, you're not actually electrified. Just there. Did I put the wrong electrification on, by the way? If you want to get rid of that, you just get that. Let me just have a look. I put the wrong track just here. Where did I do that forever? Someone's probably screamed at me in the things down below as well. Electric, yes. Electric boogaloo. Oh, I haven't done. How many places did I not electrify? Dear, like all of it. No, that's electrified. Oh, I'm using the wrong road here. That's why. My bad, my bad. Right, now we're good. I actually want to make that the regular road too, please. Yeah, yeah. We're good now. Yeah, can I please not have dirt roads in here either? Okay, that should be working. Now it's all electrified. Do we want to try that again, please? Damn it. I wish... Here's the thing. Yeah, it's got a problem in the track. But where is the problem in the track? Is what I want to know. There is a bit of electrification that is not working around here. You can roll out now through here. We know you can, because I just electrified you. Right, you're right through here. That's all electrification through here. Electrification up here. Here. This is always the case, is it not? Trying to find out. I knew this was going to happen too. It's like, I read it in yesterday's paper. At somewhere along the line, there will be a stuff up, and you won't know where it is, and you're just going to have to try and find it and fix it. This would be no problem if you just put steam on. If you've spotted it out, oh, I thought I just crashed. And if you've spotted it, please let me know. Right here, potentially. Right here. Right there. Like all of this that you didn't electrify. What about up here? We're all good. The rest of it's all good. All right. Can we try that again now? Oh, hang on. Future Ham here, and I just wanted to say that, yes, I forgot to put the road in, so let's make sure we put that in now. Oh, Ham, you really do take the cake on the biggest idiot sometimes. And you know what we're going to do, just while we do this? Too much slope. Oh, that is a lot of slope. Do that. I'm going to build that anyway, because stuff you, man. Why do you want to do that? Bring you along here then, please. No, that's... Oh, wow. Okay, I see what's going on. I see the problem. You see what I see? Do you see what I see? Because what I want to do is I want to bring the tram down here, right? That's probably better. So I think what we should do is bring this tram... I'm going to take it off this road. I know you're all upset about that. Shut up. Right? And then we're going to move your... We're going to take you. We're going to bring you down to here. It looks horrible. We'll clean it up on the live stream. Just to get it working today, we'll clean it up on the live stream, okay? What are you going to do? You're stuck, aren't you? This guy's stuck. Oh my god. You literally just pulled the rug out from under him. Off you go, mate. Get out of here, buddy. Do we only buy one of those? Hey, trams. Here they go. Ah, so there they all are. All right, so we got 4 of those doozies going on. Oh, look at this. Okay, pause everything. Is our ship going out? There goes our ship. We're going to put... I'll probably put another one on there. It's going to take a little bit for it to kick in, I'm aware, because our trams aren't even lifting down to here yet. But this is exciting, is it not? Right, track ride today. We're on it. We're on it like a car bonnet. Gang, thanks for hanging out. That's it. I'm not going to do a big outro. Enjoy this little track ride. We'll be back next episode on Monday. Monday, potentially Wednesday. I might do... I'm thinking about doing just farming sim on the Wednesdays and Transport Fever on the side, but I'm feeling like I want to do some farming sim, so I might do Monday, this Monday for a farming sim, and then we'll go back into some Transport Fever. But I'm enjoying playing the Transport Fever. Or maybe it's time for a live stream and some detailing. Comment down below, do you want to see some, do you want to see a live stream coming Monday for some detailing before we kick back into some episodic stuff so we can crack into some more builds and so forth? I think we do. And I'd love to be, because I want to have a live chat with you guys about stuff in the direction of what we're doing here. I really enjoy playing games alongside all of you. All right, stay safe, stay glued to your screen. We might go at 2 times because 1 times just seems a little slow at 20 clickety clacks. Get out of here.